South Australian councils are part of your everyday, from building roads and collecting bins to street parties and libraries. But what's their role in dealing with emergencies? Councils help to plan and prepare for emergencies. They help support emergency services response and help on the long road to recovery where homes, businesses and communities have been affected. Every council and its community is different, and it hasn't always been clear to stakeholders, the public or even councils themselves what their role is.
We didn't have an emergency management policy, we didn't have an emergency management plan, we didn't have an emergency operations document nor a recovery plan for dealing with emergencies. So it's probably fair to say it was a little bit ad hoc. The documentation just wasn't there to support a consistent approach to our emergency management.
In 2018, the LGA launched Council Ready, a 3-year initiative designed to boost the capacity of South Australian councils to deal with emergencies by preparing emergency management plans, clarifying roles, embedding emergency management as everyday business, adopting consistent approaches, and improving community awareness. With this in mind, Council Ready support was tailored for each of the 68 South Australian councils.
We ended up with a suite of documents, so we now have an emergency management policy, an emergency management plan, incident operations manual, and also a comms strategy.
It's good to iron out and think of the different scenarios that could occur and how we would handle them, rather than having to deal with it in the situation.
A project facilitator was assigned to work alongside each council to help identify and deal with their own unique priorities.
The most valuable thing about Council Ready that has been brought to the City of Marion was the insights of an external view to undertake a maturity assessment which identified the gaps.
Being provided with the resources from the LGA, we had a couple of officers supporting us in the program. We just simply wouldn't have had the resources to be able to produce documents of that sort of quality.
I think it was really good in terms of bringing stakeholders together.
Independent evaluation of the program over its 3-year life found this tailored approach was incredibly valuable to councils whose previous experiences of both emergency management and improvement programs had been top-down rather than based on their needs. Evaluators also found that emergency management was becoming more embedded in councils, and Council Ready was helping to make emergency management planning and documentation more consistent. For many councils, the next step is to build on this to improve community resilience in the face of emergencies.
We're going to be operating differently. We having that clarity of roles, we know we have an expectation of what to do in these situations, and that's going to help us to be able to respond better to the community, whether it be fire, flood or pandemic.
We will have a more unified council approach to dealing with emergencies where the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. That includes all the way from elected members through to every member of staff.
The LGA is proud of what councils have achieved with Council Ready and looks forward to continuing to support councils with emergency management.